This is the story of how Ryan Rollins became an NBA star after being arrested for shoplifting. Ryan Rollins started his career with the Golden State Warriors after being an undrafted free agent from Toledo. He played garbage minutes for the Warriors and didn't last long, only playing 12 games. After the season, the Warriors waived him and he signed with the Washington Wizards. Again, he was still playing garbage minutes on the Wizards and wasn't very great. Then, this is where the story begins. Rollins gets arrested for shoplifting from Target. He stole groceries, body wash, I'm told. And it seemed like his NBA career was over. He was not good on the Wizards, and after shoplifting, the Wizards cut him. But thankfully, the Milwaukee Bucks gave him one last chance. He knew this would be his last chance in the NBA, and was able to play solid for the Bucks last season. He played 56 games, averaging about 6 points per game on about 12 minutes per game. And while this was his best season of all time, he still didn't look amazing, and there was a real question whether he would make the Bucks roster or not. However, then Damian Lillard was cut from the Milwaukee Bucks, leaving them with a shortage at guards and opening the door for Ryan Rollins. Ryan Rollins worked all summer to become a better player, and this season we have seen that. He's averaging around 32 minutes per game. He started all 6 games for the Bucks and is averaging 18 points per game on around 50, 40, 90 shooting. Ryan Rollins is looking like an all-star at this rate, and with his youth, if he can continue to play like this, Milwaukee may have just gotten extremely lucky and landed themselves. I'm not going to say he's an all-star level player yet, because after 6 games, you cannot make that assumption. However, they may have landed themselves maybe an Austin Reeves caliber guard for free in free agency. And Rollins has fit nicely next to Giannis. Obviously, he's had some big games, and the Bucks haven't looked amazing, but they've looked solid. And I think this just makes the Damian Lillard move look even better. And I don't think it looked good in the first place, because obviously that much money, waiving that much money is really, really difficult. However, getting Miles Turner back and optimizing Giannis's career is not a bad idea. And now that Ryan Rollins looks really, really good, it doesn't look horrible for the Milwaukee Bucks. Ryan Rollins, he really has looked amazing. He's had a few 30-point performances, and he just fits so nicely next to Giannis. The other thing the Bucks may have with Ryan Rollins is at least the trade piece. With his youth, with his cheap contract, if they end up just not being very good at the trade deadline, they could get some stuff for Ryan Rollins. And well, obviously that's probably not even on the Bucks' mind right now with how well he's playing and with how far we are from the NBA trade deadline. But ultimately, Ryan Rollins went from arrested and waived to an NBA star, quite frankly. If he continues to play like this the rest of the season, I do believe he will be an all-star, especially playing with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And in a bad Eastern Conference, the Bucks are not being talked about enough. For my Eastern Conference favorites, I have the Knicks, I have the Hawks, because I think Porzingis and Nickeil Alexander-Walker will be able to bring them to the next level. I have the Magic because I think Paolo and Franz are really, really good, and they're just going to get better. Getting Desmond Bane was huge for them. But I didn't even think about the Bucks, and that's just because of what's happened in recent years. They lose to the 8-seeded Heat, and last year, again, not a great run. And yes, they did have to face off against the eventual Eastern Conference Championship team in the Indiana Pacers. However, I just think that we've forgotten about Giannis, and no, we haven't forgotten about Giannis, but we forgot about playoff Giannis. This team won an NBA championship, and the team around Giannis is worse, and I think Giannis is definitely slowing down. He's more injury prone, but Ryan Rollins is really, really good. Miles Turner showed he could be really, really good on an NBA Finals team last year. They still have guys like Bobby Portis and Gary Trent Jr., and I think this team could be really, really good after a few moves at the NBA trade deadline. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Help me hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the NBA season. See you next time on No Bias Hoops.